Okay, so here we have the new Cobraview 2 camera system. It's a brand new design, or a brand new reiteration of the old Cobraview system. That's why we call it the Cobraview 2. It consists of two cameras. We still have the magnet camera, and then we have the skipper ball camera, the forward skipper ball camera right here. And the forward skipper ball camera consists of a 21-foot long tube. It's got the forward skipper ball on the front. And then we've got the camera behind it. The transmitter's back here, and the transmitter stays back on top of the vent, so it actually never goes down into the ducting. And then you've got your airline fitting here, and that's where you attach your air. So what it is your forward skipper line tool and a camera all in one, and that's what it does. So you can clean and see at the same time. And we'll go to a vent, we'll show you how it quickly works here in a sec. The second camera is a magnet camera, and it's the same head, same camera head, fairly high definition. You get your transmitter and your battery pack, and then you got magnets on the side. And this camera, it's designed to be used at the main trunk line. So when you shoot your scorpion rods down or your agitation tools down the main trunk line, then you can magnetize this in, you drill a second 1-inch hole, and it fits through a simple 1-inch hole. And as you're agitating all the dust and dirt and sucking it down the system, this camera views that process. And then thirdly, something else we've done with the new camera Cobraview system is we upgraded to a 7-inch monitor. And the 7-inch screen has a little better battery life, it's a bigger screen, and it also records. You can take still and video shots with it with a standard SD card. And we'll just turn one on here so you can see how simple it works. And it works as simple, literally hold the power button on, that engages the camera, and then you control the amount of LED lights you want simply by pressing the power button repeatedly. And by doing that, it gives you more light as you need it. And so those are your two main cameras, your magnet camera, your skipper ball camera, and a wireless monitor, 7-inch screen. And then also in the case it comes with the charging system. Basically just plug this in and use the same charger to charge the cameras and the monitor. You just use a different plug for the cameras as you do the monitor, but it's the same wall plug. And then it also comes in a nice new custom case as well. And so it ships like this in the system. With your forward skipper ball camera, there's a couple things you need to know before using it. First of all, make sure you hook this up to your airline. So that you got to get air pressure through it. Secondly, the Cobraview camera system, the forward skip cam, is not really designed to necessarily replace your traditional Cobraview or your traditional forward agitation methods like your forward line, because this will take a little longer to do your cleaning if you were to use it at every single vent. A lot of guys that use this at every single vent will charge extra, and they'll call it a camera sweep, so it's something to know. But it makes a great tool for cleaning and inspection. So I'm just going to show you quickly. We're going to record the inside of this vent. I'm going to push it down. And then once I record it, you'll be able to see what you'll see, and we'll put that, superimpose it on the screen so you can see what it looks like on the thing. So simply hit the record button, the SD card's in, it's recording, and here we go. And something to know, I always wear gloves when I'm doing this stuff because HVAC ducting isn't like sewer lines. It doesn't magically go down the lines. You gotta fight with it sometimes and twist it, turn it, pull it forwards and backwards to get it down. But usually you can get it down pretty easily. Sometimes it will take a bit of work. So as you're pushing it down, you can almost always get it to the end. Now, the reason we make the tubing 21 feet long is because 21 feet will actually get you through about 90% of all from your vent down to your main trunk line. If you go longer than 21 feet, it can actually be hard to pull it out if you have to go through a bunch of bends. And we used to make them at 30 feet, and we had a lot of people get them stuck in the ducting. So that's why we make them 21 feet now. It seems to be the optimum length so that you can blow everything from the vent right into the main trunk line, and you can still get the camera out at the end. So push it down. You can see a lot of stuff in this venting. And if you see there, you're at the main trunk line. And you can actually a lot of times push it right into the main trunk line and do some cleaning inside the main trunk line as well. Here you can see we've actually pushed the ball right up to the end of the main trunk line. And if you had the tool on there and we had air pressure, we'll be able to blow everything and force it back to the back. And pull it out, same thing, nice and easy. Pretty simple. And there you go. Now a lot of guys, they'll take the skipper ball off and they'll put on their own whips or agitation tips on the end, which is totally fine as well. So, and that's basically the basics of the forward skipper ball camera. Okay, so with the magnet camera, it's very versatile in what you can do with it. It's been designed so that when you're doing your skipper lining, you're using your agitation tools down the main trunk lines, you put it up behind the vacuum, so the vacuum's here, the camera's here, and you can see all the debris and stuff sucking down the main ducting and confirm that all the debris is out of the ductwork. It is designed to see fairly far down ducting. It's not unusual to get 15, 20 feet with a nice clear picture. And that's the biggest difference between our cameras and like a basic inspection camera, is that these camera heads have been designed to see long distances, as to where like the rigid cameras, the 3-foot rigid snake cameras, are only designed to see 2-3 inches. And so that's the biggest difference between our heads. I like to use it for things like inspecting the coil and also doing things. So you can see a nice picture of the coil. You can also flip it upwards and see the ducting. You can do visual inspections with these. And with the basic camera, there's no air, so you don't have to hook it up to air pressure or anything. And just pop it out, and then you can put it back up to the main trunk line. So with the new Ford skipper ball camera, there's some changes we made over the old one. For starters, the new one uses a 5.8 gigahertz transmitter, which offers much better picture quality and a lot longer range, so you can go a lot farther. In an open air space, you could probably go close to 100 feet without getting too much distortion. If you have to go through some walls, you could probably get 20 or 30 feet with this. But typically the camera's been designed to only transmit from here to here, which is normally only 5 or 6 feet. And that's what its intended use is for. And with the new camera system, it still uses the same 18650 lithium battery. And to charge the camera up, you no longer have to take the battery out anymore. You just simply plug it in. Now, with the charger, you get the same charger for both the monitor and the camera. Okay, so the only difference is the camera uses a little adapter plug that you have to put on, so don't lose this adapter plug. So you plug it on, back of the camera just plugs straight in, plug it into the wall. It takes a few hours for the battery to charge up. You can also take the battery out of the casing and replace it if you want to, if you ever need to change the battery, or you can also buy an external battery charger if you want to plug extra batteries in and have multiple batteries. And you just buy an external battery charger from Amazon. So that's basically how you charge it. The tubing is still made out of polyester tubing, so it's incredibly tough. It won't scratch or get cut very easily on ducting. The camera system is also a much higher quality camera. It also has multiple LEDs. That's where the last one only had 5 LEDs. This one has multiple. And to turn it on, simply press and hold the button. So right here on the transmitter case, press and hold it for about 5 seconds, and you'll see a green light come on. And that tells you that it's on and ready to go. Now you won't immediately see light coming on. So in order to get your LEDs on, you hit the power button multiple times. And the more you hit it, the brighter it gets. Okay. Sometimes it's nice to only have a little bit of light depending on how it's set up in the ducting. Usually I always turn it all the way to high. There's also a light that tells you when it's charging. An orange light tells you plug it in to charge it. And so as soon as it comes on, just hit the power button on the screen. And away you go. It's in a very simple setup. So now to turn it off, same thing, just press and hold the off button. For the monitor, don't drop it. It is fairly durable, fairly tough, but it's not designed for multiple drops. So if you drop it, you break it. Warranty's not going to cover it if it's dropped. But it's pretty basic. Turn it off and on. One power button. Then to turn it on to record, there's a micro SD card on the side. Uses a standard, or not a micro SD, uses a standard SD card. Just plug it in. Away you go. And then to record, just hit the record button. It'll record whatever's on the screen. Turn it off, off button. Now to do playback, basically you need to turn it on, and then you go into control settings, and we'll go over that after.
So to operate the screen, it's pretty easy. All you need to do is press the power button to flip her on there. And when you record things, let's connect the camera by just holding down the power button of the magnet camera. So you just hold down that power button. It will automatically connect, as you can see. And to record, you just simply hit record. You'll notice the flashing red button in the lower left-hand corner, which indicates that you are recording. Once you are finished recording, you hit the record button once again to stop. If you want to view kind of the recording that you just did, you hit this play button here on the left-hand side. It will bring up a menu of all previous videos or pictures. Hit OK to view it. Hit OK once more to play it, and you'll notice it plays back the video. So we'll hit OK to pause and hit the play button once again to go back to our videos. And to exit, you just hit play again, and it brings back the live camera once again. If you want to change any of your settings in the menu, hit menu, and you can use these direction dials to go through and pick any settings that you want to change. So to get out of the menu, you just hit this exit button there. And if you would like to take a still image of inside your vents or anything, you use this button on the right-hand side. It has a camera on it. Takes a picture quickly, and to view that, we do the same that we did for viewing videos. You just hit this play button on the left, and you can view your pictures by navigating to the one that says .jpeg. So for these other buttons, for this button right here, it looks like two kind of half triangles. This actually will flip your screen to different sides, kind of to a horizontal or vertical view, depending on where you have placed your screen, just to kind of help you navigate the direction of what your camera is seeing. So that's just like an easy button to understand. This LED button on the bottom here, there are potential applications that you can use for other accessories to help light up the LED for maybe hardwired connected cameras, but for this instance, you have to actually turn on the LED using the power button as described earlier in the video. So don't worry about that LED button. And for this PT/WT button, we don't really need to use that in this case, so just focus on the ones that we have already explained. And that's pretty much the basics of the screen and how to operate all the menu systems.